Hey everyone, what's going on? Hope you're all doing wonderful. Today, I'm going to touch on a topic that many of you may relate to, and I honestly want to help as many of you as possible by sharing my own experience on how I dealt with depression. Right, so to begin with, I want to tell you all that whatever you're going through, no matter how tough it may seem, you shouldn't lose hope. Hope is what gets us going, what makes us want to keep going in life, and without hope, it's real tough to feel motivated to do anything. I'm gonna tell you a real story about me. A few years ago, I was in a rough spot. I was feeling depressed, I was a high school student, and I had traveled quite a lot at a very young age. I had to constantly adapt to a new environment and make new friends here and there. As someone not very social, or should I say introverted, I felt pretty down bad. Making friends seemed impossible. I would hang around people that I wouldn't really consider my friends, they were more like colleagues to me. I rarely got to meet up with anyone after school, partially because I lived on a mountain area, and also because I just didn't really bond with people. I was so different from them. I didn't share the same interests as most people. I was never a football kind of person, nor I enjoyed listening to the same music as most people. I basically came from a totally different culture, and it sucked. During recess, I had to wander around here and there, just trying to fit in with the other groups of people, without playing a huge role within them. I would go back home after class and I just would feel mentally exhausted. I would feel lonely at times, yet relaxed since I had to no longer socialize with anyone. As introverted as that may seem, I still wanted to spend some time with others. It's not like I hated contact with others. I just needed to find the right people. So, long story short, I knew I needed to make a change. I had to adapt, I had to expect less from people, demand less, make an effort to speak to people, find common interests, and you know what? I slowly stepped down from being a shy guy. I picked up on some habits from the slightly more extroverted people, without crossing the line obviously, and I found myself to be more respected within my classmates and other students in school. Now, don't mistake this for me becoming a troublemaker. I obviously had my boundaries. And if someone wasn't willing to respect them, then I would lose contact with that person. So, anyway, socially, I was in a better position, which felt like I had one thing less to feel anxious about, but my depression still wasn't cured. Studies also played a huge role on my mental health. I realized that spending hours upon hours studying had done nothing but bad on me. So I focused a bit more on the strategy rather than putting in the hours, which would take a lot of my social time and my free time in general. I took it easier and reached far better results, which is something I suggest everyone to do. Reorganizing your routines, finding better methods for studying would all help you to not overload your brain. So yeah, with that out of the way, I started to feel happier, healthier, and less anxious. My depression slowly faded away. I started focusing more on my present rather than my past or future, which is something I know that a lot of you do. And it's okay to feel nostalgic for your past memories or to prepare yourself for the future, as long as that isn't like your main way of living. Learning to appreciate the now, the current moment, makes you realize that perhaps you're in your golden days. Perhaps this stage of your life that you're living through, you'll remember it with great love, and this may remain as a good memory. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope you all enjoyed this little talk of mine. Feel free to suggest any topics for a future video, and I may talk about them later on. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Peace.